get into videography, it's very hard to not rig out your camera, especially when you have the FX3. So today I'm gonna show y'all my top 3 rig builds for this camera, for my own content as well as my client work. So let's get right into it. So this first rig is pretty much my smallest / combo rig. So this one, the information I got it in right now, is mainly for content creation, for like YouTube videos. And I can break it down a little smaller for like vlogs, and I'm gonna show you that in a second. But on this rig, I pretty much got the FX3 wrapped in a cage, Sigma 24-70. I have a monitor here with the battery and also a HDMI cord in this blue. I like to kind of have my gear with a little swag on it, you know what I'm saying, without just looking all boring. But this scenario here, I mainly use for like talking head shots like this for YouTube. Usually this is my main lens I use because I can kind of dial in and out. But today I'm using my 35 1.4 just because I'm using this lens. I was thinking about getting another one, but that's another video. But yeah, so this rig is perfect for like beginners starting on YouTube, vloggers. And let me break it down a little bit just to show you guys what the vlogging style looks like on this type of rig. So I'm gonna switch out my lens and put my 20mm Viltrox 2.8, and this is pretty much a good vlog setup. You can pop this camera out here, vlog, do whatever you need to do while you're running and gunning. And the other setup is pretty much more for, you know, content creation, long form video, whatever you want to do. But it's a compact, doable setup. And, you know, I think pretty much every videographer or content creator got this pretty much set up in their bag. So definitely a good starter kit right here. All right, y'all, so this is rig number 2. So this one, things get a little fun. So I use this setup a ton when it comes to client work, and I love this setup, and it's probably my favorite setup. So it's pretty similar to my first setup. It still has some of the same things like the camera body, of course, the cage, 24-70, and the monitor and the battery and the cord. But a couple of new things that I added to this setup, and I got the inspiration from this creator on Instagram, and I was like, that's a perfect way to shoot vertical content. I love that. I'm gonna use that in my business, so shout out to him. And the new additions to this setup is this side of the setup. So I have a magic arm from Newer, a side handle from Small Rig, and also an extra little piece that connects to the top of my camera for the side handle that holds everything together. So this one is perfect for vertical content. It's perfect for handheld shots. And I love it because you can have a bigger screen when you're creating content. You can still have this screen too. And I pretty much use a screen on the camera for like focus. And if I want to like do touch focus on certain things and I want to refocus while, you know, shooting, I can still do so, and also have a bigger screen here to see all the details and make sure everything looks good while I'm recording. So this one is a perfect setup if you're doing any type of handheld work, any type of vertical content. And I know we love our gimbals, but if you want to do handheld and you're in a close scenario, for example, like a restaurant or something like that, and you don't want a big old gimbal all in the way and it's turning and everything, you have more control. You can have the camera here, good handheld shots, great pans. I love this. If you can't tell, I love this setup, and I can't wait to shoot more. I actually got an event I'm shooting today. I'm gonna try out this setup. And I have my gimbal for that because that's an event, but I'm gonna also get some shots here, show y'all in this video. But this is my second setup, and yeah, I love it. So y'all let me know down in the comments what y'all think of this rig as well. But yeah, this is my favorite right here. All right, y'all, as you can see, most of the stuff on the table is gone because it's all right here. So this is the full built out rig, and this rig is so heavy, I had to get a new tripod for it. That's why you see this plate right here. It's like an easy attach, but I had to get a whole new tripod because this is heavy. I don't know how much it weighs, but it got some weight on it. So with this rig, it had a lot. It has everything that we already talked about except the magic arm right here, but it literally has everything else. It has the camera body, 24-70, cage, side handle, XLR handle that came with the camera. Also added some stuff from Small Rig to pretty much have it secure and actually be able to fit your whole hand, because the handle before was a little short. But I picked these up from Small Rig. This plate here to connect this piece, and it connects right to the camera. XLR handle, and then I also have the monitor again, battery, HDMI. You see a new cord here. This is the D tap going straight into the camera from the V mount battery, and I have the V mount on there as well. So, and to round it all off, the matte box up front. So some might say this is overkill, and this, you don't need all this. In a lot of scenarios you don't, just to be honest, but it's certain scenarios when you do. Because for example, you don't want to be on a client shoot and your camera dies because you have to switch out the battery or something like that, or you're doing a documentary or a testimonial and it gets emotional and you have to say, hey, I'm sorry, we got to switch out the battery real quick. You lost the whole moment. Versus having a V-mount battery, you can pretty much last your camera for hours and hours. So definitely want to add that to the setup if you're into client work. If you're just doing like YouTube and stuff like that, you probably don't need it, because you can chop your video up until a point where you can just throw in the battery, pick up where you left off. But here are some of the things that make sense to have a full rig like this. Firstly, again, battery life is number one. That in itself is enough to get you to building a full rig, because like I said, you don't want your camera to cut out during a shoot. Then your monitor up top, obviously, because you definitely want to see, because when you have a big rig like that, this little screen, it's not gonna do you much. So it's still good for like focusing and things like that, but that's pretty much it when you get to a camera this big, and especially if you're looking at a big location. You want to make sure everything's exposed right, you see everything is crisp, because I've definitely had a scenario where I was shooting a podcast and one of the cameras wasn't in focus because I didn't have a monitor and it was this little screen and I'm looking at 3 different cameras. So yeah, don't be like me, invest in the screen for sure, really, if you're doing anything video wise. And then next here, at first I kind of looked at the matte box as pretty much like a accessory, but I looked into it as for, you know, your ND filters, and also to block some of that sunlight out from getting directly in your lens. Have you ever seen or shot something where your picture looks kind of hazy? That's because that light is getting straight into your lens and it's messing up your footage. So you get a matte box, block that out, protect your lens, and you're still getting those crisp shots. Because like, for example, I'm in the studio and I have this light right here. If I'm shooting like this and I don't have a matte box on, that light getting all in my camera, my image should lose kind of that sharpness. And yeah, if you're doing video, you don't want to mess up your footage in any way where you have to do a whole lot in post, but it's a good accessory to have. And lastly on this setup is the XLR handle. So this comes with the FX3. If you purchase it, I think you can purchase it without it, but this has been a game changer for me. Of course, I use my mics here, my Hollylands, but when I'm doing like a podcast shoot and we're using microphones, I can connect straight into my camera. Lifesaver. And these would look good, but you know, that podcast look, you want to have a mic. So connect it straight into the camera, and this is my full rig setup. What do y'all think about this rig? Do y'all have a full setup as well? And if there's anything that I'm missing, y'all let me know in the comments, you know what I'm saying? Because this is still a work in progress. I still got to get me a boom mic right here. And I think that's probably the last piece of the puzzle, give me a boom mic. I'm trying to debate on which one to actually get because there's so many. Also, let me know down in the comments because I need all the suggestions, you know what I'm saying? So I can complete this full rig setup. But if you're doing productions, client work, where you're sitting down for a long period of time, definitely invest in a V-mount battery and rigging out your FX3, FX30, or whatever camera that you have, because I'm probably gonna rig out my A7 IV as well that I'm shooting on currently right now. So yeah. All right, y'all, those are my top 3 rig builds, and links to everything will be in the description below. And if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe. And also let me know which one of these builds was your favorite. 2 was mine, but looking at 3, looks beautiful. But y'all let me know down in the comments which one y'all like the most. So if you appreciated this video, you might like this video as well. So until next time, people, peace.